Big shout out to Sporting Icons, best channel out there.
Get up Daniel Dubois. He absolutely dominates and then stops big baby Jarrell Miller in the 10th and final round of their contest out there in Saudi Arabia. So the towel came in round number 10 after a barrage of punches, and Jarrell Miller had literally nothing left, and the towel came in. Some may say, well, maybe his team should have just let him go, so maybe he loses on points, because let's be honest, he was way behind. I mean, if you can give Jarrell Miller one round, maybe two, you're being very generous, I think. Other than maybe round number 6, I think that was a pretty decent round for Jarrell Miller. A good end to round number 4, where it looked like Dan Dubois, who started off really well for like the first 3 rounds, was starting to wilt. You know, the mouth was coming over. He lost the bounce in his step, all that kind of stuff, and Jarrell Miller was just loading up on him. And quite honestly, I thought, okay, here we go. Well, Dan Dubois is about to potentially get stopped there. But Dan Dubois, he rode the storm and came back and arguably won round number 5. Potentially took round 6 off, and then, of course, just went coasting and was just using the jab. And it's good advice from his corner, Don Charles, saying to him, don't load up. There's no reason to load up. Just use the jab. Even in the final round, he was saying, just use the jab. There's no reason to be loading up and going for it. There's no reason whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, Jarrell Miller, was it 26 wins, 22 knockouts? So he's got something about him, hasn't he? But in the 10th and final round, Jarrell Miller was visibly done. You could see he was done. And then Dan Dubois just threw the kitchen sink at him. And of course, his corner pulls him out. Now, this goes to show, though, doesn't it? When you don't have juice in your body, what happens? Right? Once upon a time, that engine of Jarrell Miller, that endurance, that punch resistance of Jarrell Miller was phenomenal, wasn't it? Now look at it. It's amazing. Now, of course, he is a career heaviest. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Maybe it's got something to do with the fact that he overlooked Dan Dubois. He thought that maybe he can just walk him down, which, of course, he was walking him down quite a lot. But he wasn't throwing too much because he couldn't throw too much. And maybe he was concentrating a little bit too much on Anthony Joshua and a Deontay Wilder and whatever else leading up to this fight, rather than concentrating on the fight that you've got. You know, it's great that, like for him personally, that, you know, he's converted to Islam and all that kind of stuff. That's great. But he shouldn't really be thinking of that kind of stuff. He should have been fight mode even. And then afterwards, you do your conversions and you call out a Joshua, you call out whoever, okay? But in this one, it should have been 100% Daniel Dubois. And quite clearly, it wasn't. And the fact that, you know, he's even attacking his own promoter, Dimitri Salita, calling him a dickhead, and, you know, he doesn't pay him on time and all that kind of stuff. Way too much energy wasted elsewhere except on the task at hand. And Dan Dubois, he needed this win. After what happened with Alexander Usyk, this is a good scalp for him. This is a great comeback win. He just took the scalp of big baby Jarrell Miller. And now Jarrell Miller is now going to have to go back down the rankings again and start all over again. So well done to Dan Dubois. A lot of people were looking at this fight like it's a case of Dan Dubois shouldn't be taking this fight yet. You know, he should have like an easier fight to come back with. And I'm thinking, but Jarrell Miller's best win, arguably, was his last fight against Lucas Browne. And in that fight, he was going toe-to-toe with Lucas Browne. He was taking some hellacious shots. And I know Lucas Browne does hit hard, but not as hard as Daniel Dubois. He's not as fast as Daniel Dubois. So that's why I was favouring Daniel Dubois to win this fight. But to stop Jarrell Miller in the 10th and final round, I didn't expect that. I expected a points win for Daniel Dubois. But hey, congratulations to him. Fantastic stuff. Now that is how you bounce back from a loss. Well done, Dan Dubois. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.